Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Circle Time. Happy Tuesday. It's a bright sunny day outside today, so I hope you're having a nice day. I'm going to hang for just a second or two and give everybody a chance to get here as always. But how is everybody doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Don't forget that while I am live, I can see your comments. I'll try to pay a little bit better attention. I think somebody was talking to me in the comments last time and I totally missed it. I'm sorry. So I'll try to keep an eye on that, but I can see the comments if you guys want to say hi. I always love to know who's here today. So we're going to hang for a second, but I have a fun circle time planned for us, I think. So as always, I have books, I have some rhymes and some finger plays, and then I have a fun craft that you guys should be able to do. So we'll just hang for a second. Oh, hello, Pearl. How are you? Thanks for joining. I'm so glad you're here. See, I'm paying better attention this time. So hang on for just one more second. Make sure everybody has a chance to log in. Alrighty, well, good morning, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're doing well. Why don't we get started? I'm trying to decide. Why don't we start with a book today? So, why don't we start off with Don't Worry, Bear. And I want to see if you guys can figure out what my theme is today. So as I go along, you may see a theme. I'm talking a lot about one thing today. So let's see if you guys can figure out what it is before we get to the craft. All right. So this is Don't Worry, Bear by Greg Foley. Late one afternoon, a little bear found a caterpillar hard at work. "What are you doing?" asked Bear. Can you guys see the caterpillar way up here in the tree? Caterpillar says, "I'm making a cocoon. I'll stay inside for a while, but I promise you'll see me again." That night, Bear got worried. He came to check on the cocoon. Caterpillar said, "Don't worry, Bear. I'm not afraid of the dark." Here, I'll turn around so you guys can see. He's all in his cocoon now, and Bear's checking on him. He came again on a windy day. Caterpillar said, "Don't worry, Bear. A little wind doesn't bother me." Looks like a very blustery day, but there's that cocoon still on the branch. He came when it rained. Caterpillar said, "Don't worry, Bear. I'm not getting wet." So Bear came to check on him again, and he's all nice and dry inside his cocoon. He came when it got cold. Caterpillar said, "Don't worry, Bear. I'm very warm and cozy." So there's Bear all wrapped up. And there he still is in the cocoon, nice and warm and toasty. He brought Mouse to see the cocoon. Mouse said, "Don't worry, Bear. I think Caterpillar's sleeping." So there's Bear, and he brought Mouse. Oh, and there's Caterpillar taking a nap. Little Bear stopped worrying about Caterpillar until Little Bear came to visit him one day, and oh no. Is he on the branch anywhere? Can you guys see him? Can you see that cocoon anywhere? What if we look? Oh no, if we look down on the ground, there's the cocoon, and it looks like it may be open. Bear found the cocoon empty. Then he started worrying all over again. Oh my goodness, it is open and empty. Little Bear is so worried. While Bear was worrying, a beautiful silk moth fluttered by. Bear said, "Caterpillar is gone. I'm afraid I'll never see him again." So So he's really sad holding the empty cocoon. And look how pretty that moth is. That's a really pretty moth. Where do you think that moth came from? Then the silk moth landed on Bear's paw. "Don't worry, Bear," he said. There's Bear with the moth. Oops. Come on. There we go. "I'm right here." So who is the moth? Did the caterpillar turn into the moth while he was in the cocoon? That's so cool. So then now they can still be friends. The end. That's a sweet story. You guys know there's lots and lots of caterpillars outside right now that are getting ready to go into their cocoons and turn into butterflies and moths. It happens every summer, lots of them. So if you guys have gardens out in your yard, maybe you've seen some caterpillars out there. And they're turning into, they eventually will build their cocoons or the chrysalises, and they will turn into moths or butterflies. Isn't that fun? So why don't we do a rhyme? And I am going to get all my little, no, I'm going to start off with one. So this is a fun little rhyme called Caterpillar Crawling. So we're going to start off with one little caterpillar. There he is. So one little caterpillar crawled on my shoe. Another came along, and then there were, how many is there if I have another one? How many caterpillars do we have now? We have 2. Another came along, and then there were 2. 2 little caterpillars crawled on my knee. Another came along, and then there was, how many caterpillars will we have now if one more comes along? I've got 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 little caterpillars crawled on the floor. Another came along, and then there were, how many caterpillars would I have now if one more came along? I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little caterpillars, watch them crawl away. They'll turn into butterflies some fine day. That's a fun one. All right, I'm going to take some off, and we're going to do that one again, so that way we can hear the whole rhyme all together now. So, 1 little caterpillar crawled on my shoe. Another came along, and then there were 2. 2 little caterpillars crawled on my knee. Another came along, whoops, and then there were 3. 3 little caterpillars, whoa, 3 little caterpillars crawled on the floor. Another came along, and then there were 4. 4 little caterpillars, watch them crawl away. They'll turn into butterflies some fine day. That's a fun one. Okay, so let's do another book, and this is probably a book that you guys are very familiar with. It's one of my favorite books. So this is The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. Can you guys see? There's the little egg there on the leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. Can you guys, let's see if I do that. There we go. There's the caterpillar there. He's so tiny, but I think he's really hungry. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through 1 apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through, how many pears are there? There's 1, 2 pears, but he was still hungry. Look at him crawling out of the pear. On Wednesday, he ate through, how many pieces are here? 1, 2, 3. He ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through, how many strawberries are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. He ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, how many oranges are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of food. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and a slice of watermelon. Oh my goodness, that is so much food. Do you guys think you guys could eat that much food? I know I couldn't. And I would have a bellyache if I ate that much food. Oh, that night, he had a stomach ache. Uh-oh, I think the caterpillar ate too much. The next day was Sunday again. Caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't little anymore. Can you guys guess what happened to the caterpillar after he ate all that food? Now he was a big, fat caterpillar. Oh my goodness, he's so big. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and can you guys guess what happened to the caterpillar when he came out of the cocoon? Wow, he was a beautiful butterfly. Wow. Just like in the other book, the caterpillar went in the cocoon and then came out as a butterfly or a moth. That's amazing. The end. All right, so let's do another fun little rhyme. This one's called Caterpillar Garden. So this one goes, over in the garden, underneath a tree, I saw some fuzzy caterpillars, 1, 2, 3. Over in the garden, underneath the moon, each caterpillar spun herself a wonderful cocoon. Over in the garden, right before my eyes, those caterpillars all turned into lovely butterflies. You guys want to do that again? You can make up some motions to go with this too. So you could say, over in the garden, underneath a tree, I saw some fuzzy caterpillars, 1, 2, 3. Over in the garden, underneath the moon, each caterpillar spun herself a wonderful cocoon. Over in the garden, right before my eyes, those caterpillars all turned into lovely butterflies. And see, to do a butterfly, I just wrap my thumbs around each other and then I can flap my hands like a butterfly. That's so fun. Okie dokie, guys. So are you ready to see what our craft is for today? So I'm pretty sure by now you have probably figured out what our theme is today. What do you guys think about caterpillars? Do you like caterpillars? I think they can be really pretty. So what do you think our craft today is going to be? I'm going to go ahead and tilt down to the table. There we go. So our craft today is going to be a caterpillar. So I made a caterpillar on a leaf, and I'm going to show you guys how to make this today. Okay? So hopefully you guys have the materials. What you're going to need is, if you have like construction paper or something like that, that'll work. If you have cardstock, this is actually like a sheet of foam, if you happen to have some of that around. It would be better if it's something that's a little bit more sturdy, but construction paper will do as well. So we have our piece of paper. We need some glue. I do recommend some liquid glue again this week instead of a glue stick. It's going to help everything stick much better. You'll need some scissors. Be careful with the scissors. Always have your grown-ups help. If you have some pipe cleaners, a pipe cleaner. I happen to find a really cool sparkly pipe cleaner today. But you can use any color pipe cleaner you want. I've got 2 markers. All I used today was the black and the green. If you guys want to get really colorful and decorate some more, you guys can use more. If you have googly eyes, or if you want to cut some eyes out of paper, I was using some eyeball stickers to make my caterpillar today. So you guys probably don't have that, but you could cut out of paper some eyeballs for your caterpillar. And the last thing I had was a leaf template. I didn't trust myself to draw a leaf, so I got one out. I cut one out. So I'll post the template for the leaf if you guys want to make the same leaf. In the comments after I post the video to watch later. So you can make the same leaf, you can make a different leaf, you can make it, you don't even have to make a green leaf if you want to pretend that it's fall already, because fall's coming really soon. Today's the first day of September. Fall's going to be here before we know it. You can do orange or yellow or red, or if you want to get really creative, you could do a pink leaf or a blue leaf. It can be whatever your imagination says. So I'm going to put my leaf pattern on my leaf paper, and I'm just going to real quick trace around. You may need your grown-ups' help for this. I'm just going to keep on tracing. Oops. There we go. So now I'm done with my black marker. And now you guys can see I have it on my green. Oops. And I'm just going to quick cut it out. Make sure you have your grown-ups' help and permission to use the scissors. You're only going to cut on your papers. You're not going to cut anything else. You don't want to get hurt. You want to be very, very careful with your scissors. So there's half of it. We'll come around and get the other half. There we go. Almost there. And got it. All right, so there's my leaf. If you like the black around the edge, you can leave it. You can flip it over. If you don't like the black, it's up to you. Here's now where I took my other color marker. I used green. You guys, again, can use any color you want. So just like over here, you see how I made the stem and the veins of the leaf to make it look like a leaf? I'm going to do that again over here. So that's just going to be, I'm just going to draw a line down the middle for the stem. And I'm going to do this way. So it's going to be kind of upside down for you. And then I'm just going to draw some lines that are going to be the veins of the leaf. That's how the leaf gets all of its nutrients. I'm going to flip it. Nope, I'm not going to flip it at all. Silly me. I'm going to add some more on this side. Oops. There we go. So now I have a leaf. So now we are ready to make our caterpillar. And silly Miss Emily, I forgot to tell you one thing that you're going to need. And it's probably the most important thing to make a caterpillar. You're going to need some pom-poms. So as you guys can see, I have a bucket here with all kinds of sizes and colors of pom-poms. Maybe you guys have some pom-poms. If you don't, you could always use cotton balls. You can make a white caterpillar out of cotton balls. So since I have some different shapes and different sizes, I'm going to use all the different sizes and colors. So I'm going to start off with a bigger one because I'm going to make that the caterpillar's head. And it's up to you if you want the caterpillar to be sitting at the top of the leaf or the bottom of the leaf, or whichever way. Over here I did the caterpillar pointing towards the pointy end. This time I think I'm going to make him be up here at the circle end. So now here's where you need your glue, and you're going to be very careful not to get glue all over the place, but you put a little dot of glue on your pom-pom and then stick it down. Give it a good little smoosh. There you go. And then once that glue dries, that will be there. So now I'm going to pick out a whole bunch of smaller pom-poms that I can use for his body. Let's see, I don't have that color yet. have so many colors to pick from. And if you want, what you could do, remember when we read the Hungry Caterpillar, what he looks like? He's all green with a red head. You could do that. Like I have a green head here, and I could put nothing but green pom-poms down, and then he would look like the Very Hungry Caterpillar. So you could do that if you wanted. I think I'm going to do all kinds of colors. I like colorful caterpillars. Let's see if there's any other colors I can use. Oh, here's a blue. Whoops. There's a blue I don't have. I think that's good. So you can put as many pom-poms as you want. Oops. Okay. So now for each pom-pom, you're going to need a little bit more glue. So just like we did before, a little dot of glue on the pom-pom, and then wherever it is you want it, push it down, give it a little smoosh, and then let it dry. So now let's do a green, a little dot of glue, give it a smoosh. There we go. I'm going to do pink, dot of glue. And you guys can make your caterpillar going in a straight line. He can maybe, I'm going to do an orange one next with a dot of glue. Maybe he's going to curve around. Do a little bit more glue. And you can make your caterpillar as long or as short as you want. And if you make your leaf big enough, you probably could even do more than one caterpillar. I have some really little teeny tiny, let's see if I can get them. Some really teeny tiny pom-poms in here. Let's see, do I have any more? Yep. Oops, I dropped them. I dropped them all. So if you guys have all kinds of fun stuff to play with, I could even make, like this is kind of like a medium pom-pom. I could take my medium pom-pom and make that one, and then take my teeny pom-poms. And if you guys are using cotton balls, what you can do is you can cut the cotton balls to all kinds of different sizes so that you could have a big caterpillar and a little caterpillar. But I'm just doing the same thing. I'm just putting a little dot of glue on each little pom-pom, and then I'm giving them a smoosh. So once you get all your pom-poms on, you do want to be careful and give them time to dry, so then that way they won't slide off or anything. It's going to take them a little bit longer to dry than like paper. But now I have 2 caterpillars on my leaf. So now what I'm going to do is take my pipe cleaner, and using your grown-up's help, because this can be a little bit tricky because there's wire in there, so you might need your grown-up to help you cut your pipe cleaner. But you're going to cut your pipe cleaner. I'm going to do 2 different pieces, and I'm going to do 2 different sizes because I have 2 different size caterpillars. So I cut some pieces of pipe cleaner, and all I'm going to do is fold them in half and then kind of open them a little bit. So I have, oops, sorry, you guys couldn't see that. So I have a V, and all I'm going to do is on the top of the head of the caterpillar, I'm going to kind of get some of his hair out of the way. These are fuzzy, fuzzy caterpillars. I'm going to put a little dot of glue on the top of his head, and then I'm going to take the pipe cleaner, which is going to be his antenna, and I'm going to smush him in. And if I just smush him for a second, there they go. I'm going to do the same thing for my baby caterpillar over here. I just need a little tiny drop of glue. Same thing as before. I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, bend it in half. Whoopsie. Kind of open it back up. There it goes. So I have my V. And then again, I'm going to stick it on his head and smoosh it down in. Smoosh the caterpillar's head. And just hold it for a second until it stays. And then once it stays, now we have some caterpillar antenna. These guys are looking super cute. I don't know. So the last thing is we need some eyeballs. So let's see, I think for the big caterpillar, I'm going to use these eyeballs. So I'm going to stick one on, and I'm going to stick two on. There we go. And it's best probably to wait until your caterpillar's dry, until you put your eyes on, just to make sure that you don't accidentally get his head off the leaf. But there he is. And if you want, if you guys saw like on this one, his antennae are bent. They're a little bit curly. Once they're dry, you can just kind of come back and give them a little bend. And there we go. There's one caterpillar. These eyes may be a little bit big for the other caterpillar, but let's check it out. We'll do these eyeballs. Maybe a little big. This is going to be a big-eyed caterpillar. I bet you some caterpillars have big eyes. Besides, this is our imagination. We can make these caterpillars look however we want. Oh no, he lost his head. That's why it's important to wait until the glue is dry, so you don't do what I just did. I'm gonna put a little bit more glue, stick it down. There we go. And again, if you want to have bendy antenna, just give his antenna a bend. All right, so what do you guys think? Now I have two caterpillars on my leaf. How fun is that? Oops. And see, that's why it's good, again, to wait until it dries, just so all of your pom-poms or your cotton balls or whatever you're using doesn't fall off. But there's all of our caterpillars, guys. I hope you had, oh, there we go. Now you can see them. There's our caterpillars. I hope you guys had fun. If you guys make some caterpillars and you want to post a picture of your caterpillar in the comments later, that would be amazing. I would love to see your super duper caterpillars. I know you guys are super creative and you will come up with some awesome, awesome caterpillars. So that is it today for me, guys. Thank you so much for joining me and watching. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed all of our caterpillars today, and I'll see you guys again soon. Oh, you're welcome, Pearl. Thank you so much for staying and hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. All right, I'll see everybody later. Bye-bye.